We'll be giving you my predictions for the Atlanta Falcons 2025 season. Now, the official NFL schedule does not come out until I believe May 12th. But I decided now that the NFL draft is over and the only big thing that we really have to deal with is still the Kirk Cousins thing, I decided to give you my I guess it technically counts as early season predictions for the Atlanta Falcons. But if we let's take a look at memory back from last year when the Falcons just signed Kirk Cousins. I predict the Atlanta Falcons to go 11-6. We ended up finishing 8-9. Now with Kirk Cousins, regressing in some of those games, there was a good possible prediction that I was going to get my predictions around the money because we finished 8-9. Had we won three of those games, and there's 3 games I can think of that we should have won, I would have got my prediction around the money. But this year, do I think the Falcons are going to go on the same record? Maybe. But the reason why I say the Falcons may be going on this record is because we also got to take a look at this. This is going to be Michael Penix Jr., even though he played the last couple of games in the season. This is going to be his official first year starting as the Atlanta Falcons quarterback. It's going to take some time for him to get into there and get up to speed. But I believe that Michael Penix Jr. should be the future for Atlanta Falcons. So let's take a look at the Atlanta Falcons schedule. Like I said, the release dates for each game are not out yet until the NFL schedule release, which is coming in about a week or so. So I'm going to go through the games that are right here next to me. We are going to be playing the Arizona Cardinals, Carolina Panthers, Saints, Buccaneers, Rams, Seattle. Those are the games we're going to be talking about. Arizona should be an obvious win. And even with Jonathan Gannon as a coach, I believe that this defense is going to be enough to get some pressure on Kyler Murray, even though Kyler Murray, the last time he played us, he did put up a good amount of numbers, and he did really run against us. So it's going to be interesting, but I think the Falcons are going to be able to get the W here at Arizona. Then we play Carolina and the Saints. I'm going to say this right now. I think we're going to split one game with Carolina and the Buccaneers, and I think we're going to sweep the Saints. So I'm going to just get into that. Carolina at home, we're going to win. Saints at home, we're going to win. Buccaneers at home, we're going to win. So that tells you what the other games are for the Buccaneers and Saints when we come to the away game. I think we're going to lose away against the Buccaneers and lose away against Carolina Panthers. I just have a feeling Carolina Panthers is going to be sneaky good this year, and I feel like they're going to very surprise a couple of teams, but we'll get into that later in a future video. Then we're going to play the Rams at home, and I'm going to say this right now. Matthew Stafford and that Rams team, they just added Devontae Adams, and with a guy like Jared versus a guy that I've been raving about for the past couple of months, the Rams are going to beat us, so that's going to be another loss of the season. So right now, I have the Falcons having 4 wins and 3 losses as it currently stands. Then we're going to be playing Seattle. Seattle just signed Sam Darnold to be their quarterback. They lost DK Metcalf. They have Jackson Smith and Jigba, but they also lost Tyler Lockett. So a lot of it's going to be basically a new wide receiver room. And Jackson Smith and Jigba is basically going to be the number 1 receiver. And even with Sam Darnold in there, I just don't believe that Seattle team is going to be better enough to beat the Atlanta Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons are going to pick up a win. Then we're going to be playing against Buffalo. And for all you Falcons fans out there, if you even think of a slight chance that we're going to beat Buffalo, you're crazy. Buffalo beats us at home, and then we play Miami. Now, this is the game that I'm going to be looking at too, because had this been an away game, I would have gone and attended this game. I want to go see the Atlanta Falcons. I want to go see the Atlanta Falcons play the Miami Dolphins. I want to go see that game, but it'll be taking place in Atlanta. Hopefully, maybe I'll take the trip out there and go see that. And I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons are going to get the W against the Miami Dolphins. Then we're going to be playing against Washington. Of course, Washington. We played Washington last season. Washington beat us. And considering that Washington just got Deebo Samuel and Washington are continuing to improve, and they're going to be one of the best teams in their division, I think Washington's going to end up beating us. Like I said, and then we come to the away games. Carolina, loss. Buccaneers, loss. And then there's going to be one I want to talk about here. I'm going to get into the games I have. So basically, I'm going in order. Game number 11, I would have against the Colts, away at the Colts, and I think we're going to beat that. That's going to be a game I'm going to be watching as well because obviously I'm a Florida Gators fan, and Anthony Richardson is going to be playing in a year that he really needs to improve and show that he can be an NFL quarterback. And I want to see Anthony Richardson do good because Florida quarterbacks have not turned out to do well in the NFL. Then we're going to be playing against the Minnesota Vikings, who are going to have J.J. McCarthy as their starting quarterback, or should have J.J. McCarthy as the starting quarterback by this time, depending on if injuries happen or not. And we played the Vikings last year with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold put up a good number against us. But in this case, I think that we're going to beat the Minnesota Vikings before playing against New England Patriots. And I want to say this right now. Mike Vrabel and the Patriots are going to be sneaky good as well. And I think that Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots are going to sneak a win against us. We're going to lose at the Patriots before picking up a win against the Saints and the Jets. This is another game I'm going to be taking a look at because I continue to say this. I wanted Justin Fields from the very beginning when we were free agency last year. We ended up signing Kirk Cousins. Justin Fields went to freaking Pittsburgh and beat us. Now he's at the Jets. And if he beats us at the Jets, I'm gonna continue saying this. Justin Fields is our fucking bad luck quarterback. Anytime we play him, we lose. I'm gonna have us pick up the win against the Jets, but I swear to you, if the Falcons lose against the Jets with Justin Fields and that Jets team, you guys won't be able to hear me shut up about it. I'm gonna continue saying this that we should have got Justin Fields, but we're gonna pick up the win at the Jets. And then the final two games I have here are the 49ers and the Buccaneers. The 49ers have lost a lot. But you want to know something? They're still run by Kyle Shanahan. You want to know something? They still have George Kittle. They still have Christian McCaffrey, no matter if he's still in injuries. They still have Brock Purdy. They still have a good defense. They still have the Bosa, Nick Bosa. That's still a very good defense. They lost Tre'Davious Ward, if I remember right. Or I'm not really sure if they lost Tre'Davious Ward, but still, that Kyle Shanahan knows how to run a team, even with a bad team. Like the Atlanta team was well put together, but were they some of the best players in the NFL? No, and he was able to bring them together. So I think the 49ers are going to beat us. And then the last game I have here is against the Buccaneers, and I've already talked about the away game against the Buccaneers. We're going to lose. So my prediction for the 2025 season for my Atlanta Falcons is going to be a record of 10-7. Now, why do I say 10-7? And I think a lot of people will be looking at the Falcons like, all right, the Falcons definitely should make the playoffs, but I'm not pushing it that far to say like we're going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. Because like I said, there's teams like the 49ers who are still going to be competitive even though they lost a couple of players. There's going to be teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders, the Los Angeles Rams. There's still going to be teams like that. They're going to be competing against us. And I say a 10 record is for Michael Penix Jr.'s first year as an NFL starting quarterback. 10-7 is a very good record for his first official season starting. And if I had to say our best possible chance with the record, I'm gonna say our best record we can end up with is 12-5, and our worst record, at worst, the Falcons should be finishing at worst 8-9. If there's any record worse than 8-9, I really don't know what to say. Because the Falcons double-dipped in the draft in round one on pass rushers. So the Falcons should be able to get the double-digit wins. And if we're not, well, that just tells you a lot about this team. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, no matter what they do as a GM or anything, the Falcons just cannot get to double-digit wins. But I'm optimistic. I think the Falcons, and I'm gonna look at the season objectively. Like in a couple months, when it comes to like August, I'll probably do another prediction if the Kirk Cousins trade happens, because that's gonna be the biggest thing. Because we also forget if Michael Penix Jr. is doing bad in some of these games, Kirk Cousins is gonna come in and probably play some plays if he's still there. So it'll be interesting to see. But as for my official Falcons prediction, I say the Falcons are going to finish with a record of 10-7.